everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Now and Then Some podcast with Robin and Kaley. I'm your host, Robin.
And I'm your other host, Kaley.
And here we talk about everything from now and then.
And then some.
That's right. So what are we talking about this week, Kaley?
Well, I want to hear about your Halloween weekend.
Well, it wasn't so much a Halloween weekend. There was a little Halloween in there. I'll explain. Okay. My best friend Bethany got married.
Congratulations.
So congrats to her and Chris. It was a beautiful wedding. So lovely. People were lovely. Setting was lovely. You can tell they really thought through everything.
Love a fall wedding.
The color scheme. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh. It was so beautiful. And, you know, just so touching. You have the typical, you get teary-eyed during the ceremony, during certain dances.
I'm a mess.
I have never sobbed.
Really?
During a dance, though. So she did they did the typical mother-son, father-daughter mix up. Well, she starts her part, the bride's part, with my goddaughter, who was 18. Oh, and it was so beautiful.
I would have already been
song, I got mad at her afterward. I was like, how dare you? It just starts out, I hope you never lose your sense of wonder.
I would have literally lost it. Yep.
And then she switched to dancing with her mom and then switched to dancing with her stepdad.
She danced with everyone.
It was so beautiful. Their first dance was also amazing, by the way. Just want to say. The choreography. Spot on.
Oh, did they have like...
Oh, yeah.
I love that.
It was amazing.
I love that.
But, afterward, I took a selfie video of me and my friends and my husband. Are we okay? We're like, we are not okay. Just sobbing. I came up to her afterward. I was like, I'm so mad at you for that.
I love it.
No, it was great. People were great. The night before, all of the girls, the bridesmaids and her daughter and friends, we did a spooky kind of themed party, mythical. So I was a witch, we had fairies, Greek goddess. So
I like it.
Kind of got a little Halloween in there.
I like it. And I'll say, I know witches' costumes sometimes basic, but I still love it every time.
Like, get the cloak on.
The cloak and the hat and the hair. And
it's so powerful.
Yeah, I'm digging it.
Mm-hmm. Witchy woman.
I dig it.
What about you?
Didn't really do much for Halloween.
Yeah.
But it was nice to relax, and I love seeing everyone else's costumes. Mm-hmm. My little pup, they put him in a little costume at daycare, and it was very cute. Maybe we can edit it in right
What was he?
He was a little bear. He had little bear ears.
Oh, little bear.
They put a little headband that covered his ears
so
down
cute.
and his little bear ears up.
Adorable.
It was very cute.
Love that.
But speaking of weddings, I have been asked to be a bridesmaid.
Wow, your first time.
AKA 10th time. But I'm very excited. My little cousin, Michaela, she got engaged a few months ago.
Congrats.
And she asked me to be a bridesmaid.
That's lovely.
I am honored.
Do you know when the wedding is?
Next October.
Okay, fall weddings are where it's at.
Yes, next October. And I would be remiss without saying that I had another friend get engaged over the weekend.
Oh my gosh.
So congrats to Jenny and Josh. I know Jenny listens to this podcast.
Congrats all around.
Congratulations, girlfriend.
Exciting.
And I have another friend that is engaged right now as well, who is getting married next November. Mm-hmm. So shout out Melanie and Steve. Love y'all.
Nice.
So, I'll be full of weddings next year, which I'm very excited about.
So fun.
I love it. I love weddings. So.
Me too. I don't understand why people don't like weddings. What's not to like?
Get out of here.
There's love. There's free food and drinks.
There's free drinks. There's dancing.
I danced my little booty off.
I'm one of those people. I'm dancing at a wedding. Yeah. I am not. Don't get me wrong. I'm having some drinks, but I'm dancing at a wedding.
That's pretty much one of the only instances where I'm just like full out. I don't care what anyone thinks about me. Yep. I am having the time of my life.
No shame.
I need to be sore for the next week because I move my body in ways I don't normally move my body.
My feet hurt because I was on my feet all night.
Not even if they're heels.
No.
Yeah. Yep. You switch to flats, your feet should still ache the next day.
Totally.
Awesome. Okay. Well, what's next?
I think we're going into and then.
Okay.
All right. My and then is the game Heads Up 7-Up.
Like that you play at your desk?
Yes.
Okay.
What, you're like, did y'all play that?
Yeah.
Were you super into it?
Super into it? Tell me how to play.
On. Well, it's where you all put your heads down and you have your thumbs up, and there's like a group of people that are the touchers of the thumb
down. Okay.
And so then they're like, okay, heads up, 7-Up, and everyone gets up or puts their head up, and they have to guess who put their thumb down.
Okay. I think we played it where there was only one person putting the thumb down.
Oh, and then they sat back down at their desk. I've played it that way too, but I felt like a lot of times you would know because they would be shuffling in their desk to sit down.
Yeah, that makes more sense to play it that way.
We'd have like a group up there, and so there was like 6 or 7 choices, and you had to guess which one put your thumb down.
Okay.
And I just remember, first off, begging teachers, can we play Heads Up 7-Up? Like, if we had any free time. It was like, just a couple rounds, you know? And then I remember thinking, like if you always wanted to like put your crush's thumb down, but then you're like, is it too obvious? And so I just remember like if you were up there with one of your friends being like, hey, you go put his thumb down because he'll never guess it's you. He's going to think it's me, you know? Like, I just remember being so into it. And then getting mad at those cheaters that were obviously peeking through the bottom of their arms.
I feel like people always peeked, so it wasn't that fun.
Oh, I loved it. And my mom is a teacher. She's a 4th grade teacher. And I asked her, I was like, Mom, do y'all play Heads Up 7-Up? Do the kids just love it? She's like, yeah, we don't really do that anymore. I'm like,
no, I feel like they now want to play that game where, well, we used to play it whenever I first started, you know, teaching and working with kids. We would play the one where if you winked at someone, then they would be out. And then you'd have to try to guess who was winking at people. Like you just sit around in a circle and stare at each other. And if you caught someone's eye, you just give them a little wink.
I don't think I ever really played that
one. And then people try to guess who the winker was.
Interesting. Yeah. I don't know. Mom was like, yeah, we don't really play
that. It's like Among Us. I feel like kids play Among Us now, where they kind of wander around and you have to try to guess who's the person who's the murderer, quote unquote.
Is it like Mafia?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Interesting.
I like that.
Yeah, well, I was surprised. My mom's like, we never played that. I was like, no. Okay, then.
When I was a music teacher, we couldn't play Heads Up 7-Up because we didn't have desks.
Oh, that makes sense.
So you couldn't put your head down.
Yeah, no, I definitely don't remember playing it in music, but I remember playing it in the classroom.
Yeah, it was definitely a fun and good excuse for the teachers. Have a few minutes to herself.
Right. Just play Heads Up 7-Up, guys.
You got 10 minutes. Go. Yep.
All right, what you got?
Mine is also a game.
Ooh.
Sardines.
Robin, Sardines.
You played Sardines?
I used to love Sardines.
Sardines, I think, is the superior of all the hide and seek type games.
Oh my, I would agree with you. We used to love Sardines.
Yes. I used to love when I was the one that was the first person hiding because I was so tiny I could find like the craziest spot.
Yeah.
But then you also have to be considerate that other people can hide either with you or very close to you.
Right.
But man, you could wait there for what felt like hours.
Yes.
Until someone would
I agree with you.
But did y'all play in the dark?
Both.
Yeah, we pretty much tried to play in the dark.
We did both. I played so much as a kid, it's not even funny. Yeah. Like, all my friends that have known me forever, hearing this are going to be like, oh my God, Sardines. The hours we played Sardines. Yeah. So fun.
So fun. Way better than like freeze tag or...
Oh, way better.
Wait, when you played freeze tag, did y'all have to crawl between each other's legs?
Oh, that was definitely a thing, yes. I mean, the littlest things entertain us as kids, right?
Yeah, I love it.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Okay, should we move on to the now?
Let's do it.
All right. So this is technically in the now. It's very sad, but we know we lost one of our favorite legends out there.
Matthew Perry died, and I'm so upset.
It's very sad.
I cried multiple times. It's all over my social media, like highlights from friends, obviously, but then even like interviews with him where he's talking about, you know, the rough times he had or the good times he had with the Friends cast. And it's just, it's sad. Heartbreaking.
Did I break the news to you?
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah. I don't know what I was watching something, a TV show, and I, like, when I'm locked in on a show, I don't ever look at my phone unless it's like a commercial or after an episode. So I hadn't looked at my phone in a while, and then your name popped up. So I checked it, and I was like, what? I mean, the gasp, like the air in my stomach dropped.
I had a feeling you hadn't heard because I hadn't heard from you.
Yeah.
And
I would have instantly.
One of the girls was like, oh my gosh, Matthew Perry died. And I was like, I immediately thought of you. I looked it up to make sure it was legit. And then I just texted you, not Matthew Perry, with a sad face.
Yeah, no, you broke the news to me and I was heartbroken and I cried. And then, it popped up on my TikTok. It was like the page in his book where he talks about each of the cast members.
Yeah,
from
you
Friends.
sent that to me. I was like, I'm not prepared for this now.
I mean, tears were streaming down my face when I read it. And I read it out loud to someone and I couldn't even get through it without crying. It's just very sad.
It's
and
so
then,
sad.
You know what I did to honor him? I watched my favorite episode of Friends.
Which is?
I felt like that was right. The trivia one where they bet the apartment.
Oh, yeah.
Like, who knows who better? I just...
It
made me very happy. Obviously, this whole thing is sad, but it did make me happy to watch my favorite episode and just, you know, R.I.P. It's a very sad thing.
R.I.P. for sure. Well, should we turn around to something, I guess, positive?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
Okay, right. So Golden Bachelor.
Time to talk about it. Let me pull out my notes.
I didn't take any notes, but it's just getting to the point in the season where people are leaving that are very invested, are in love with the other person, and it's very sweet to watch. It's very sad to watch. I'm glad it's coming to an end, hopefully they don't draw it out too much, but we do have hometowns.
I was shocked that we only were going to have 3 hometowns because it's always 4. So that threw me off.
I wonder if they said to him, narrow it down to 3 for the purpose of how long the season is running, or if he said, no, I'm not going to do 4 because I'm only really feeling this way about 3.
If I had to guess, I think he made that decision because I feel like he recognizes the gravity of meeting families, especially like kids and grandkids, that he's like, I'm not going to put 4 women through that. I don't want to, so I feel
these sleeves are crazy. Sorry. I'm wearing these very extravagant sleeves and they're just flopping around.
I love it. I think that it was his decision and I respect it, but I was like, oh shoot, that means someone's going home that like really feels strongly.
Yeah.
And that did happen.
And we were right about our 4, of course, minus the last one.
Ellen. Poor Ellen. I
know.
felt for her. I really did.
I did too. And the other one,
she seems very genuine and she seems like a really good person. So
she does.
I was sad for her.
I was surprised. I mean, so
what, do you think it was going to be Teresa instead of her?
No, but I was I wasn't surprised, but I just felt for Susan and Sandra when he only went out and talked to Ellen afterward and like consoled Ellen. I mean, the writing's on the wall, but yeah.
It happens.
Yeah.
They never had one-on-ones, Sandra and Susan. So that made sense. Ellen had a lot of one-on-one time with them. I felt
a lot of making out.
She was a little macker. She was. I felt for her.
Yeah.
But yeah, 3,
We've got Leslie, Faith,
and Teresa.
And
Okay, so I want some predictions from you because I have my thoughts.
I don't know. He didn't seem like he was that into Leslie, and then he's had that date with her. And who did he take on was it Leslie?
Faith.
He took on Faith on the yacht. Wow. She was so scared too of the helicopter.
Okay, so the helicopter thing, totally fine. You know what got me? Being on that boat in the rough water.
Oh.
It was windy. I could see the waves. I was like, nah. But I'm thinking...
and then they went and sloshed around in a hot tub.
I know. I'm thinking, I would have been throwing up the whole time because I get motion sickness. I'm sure they checked that stuff prior because you can't take someone that's going to be puking the whole time on the one-on-one date on a yacht. But I was thinking, I'd be struggling.
Yeah. So what is your intuition?
My intuition is final 2 will be Faith and Leslie. I think he likes Teresa, but I don't feel that like romantic. Like I feel like
more friendship,
and they get along really well. Yeah. Like it would be easy, but not.
She's also a little too much for him. I think like just how she's kind of been involved in some drama. Yeah, and she's very over the top.
The passion is there.
Okay,
so my top 2, and then for the winner, should we do the winner or should we wait?
Let's say we think on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Faith.
Leslie. Oh, okay. I'm really 50-50 though.
Me too. It could go either way, and I like them both. So I just am going Faith. First impression rose. They win sometimes.
Oh, okay,
so
she did get the first impression.
Good call
rose.
out. And he took her for the once-in-a-lifetime date.
That's true. It seemed like he did that though, at least beforehand. And I mean, of course, it's circumstantial, right?
We're all speculating everything. Yeah.
But also beforehand, he was like, I don't know if I'm really feeling it with Faith anymore.
He did say that.
Let me take her on this date to see if I am. Meanwhile, in the middle of the date and after the date, he's like, I just think she's the most amazing woman. Spending that time with anyone is going to be magical.
He hadn't had one-on-one time with her
since the first impression rose opportunity.
Since those conversations, and that was it.
Yep.
I don't know. It could go either way.
Yeah, I'm really in 50-50. I just said Leslie.
But it also, Robin, we're not even taking into account the fact that we don't know how the family visits are going to go.
That
true. Makes a huge difference.
Yeah, we may change our tune.
Everything we say, we could throw out next week. We'll let y'all know.
Yeah, so they do hometowns next week and then the final?
The fantasy suites. Because I heard him on an interview. They asked him, are you doing fantasy? He was like, yeah, we are. I was
so there's like 3 more episodes maybe?
No. Well, 4? I think it'll be hometowns, fantasy suite, which is the final 2, and then probably the finale.
Okay.
They'll stretch the finale in 2 parts probably.
All right.
So
stay tuned. All right. Well, what's next?
What is next?
Fantasy.
Let's do it.
All right. So fantasy, we talked about how coming off a couple wins. And I want to get...
Congratulations,
Thank
Robin.
you.
Look at you on a roll.
I know. So this week's going to be tough because I got a lot of buys. But the wedding was on Sunday evening, so I wasn't watching Red Zone. But I was checking my phone. It was pretty close. All the way to the end of Sunday, I think, 5 points I needed to make up. But it still had me projected to win. But Monday, I had Jalen Gibbs. I'm like, all I need, I think it was 4 or 5 points. He
all
went
you needed
off. He
from
got
him?
like 25.
Nice.
So yeah, I won handily. That was very nice. And not a whole lot of stress because I wasn't watching Red Zone, but just sporadically checking my phone.
That's kind of nice.
Hope not sporadically. So yeah, it was nice.
Okay. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
I lost, Robin.
I could tell by the way you said congrats.
I mean, I really do mean the congrats, but my own dread is just...
Yeah. What happened?
Well, it looks like Taylor Swift needs to attend every single Chiefs game because Patrick Mahomes absolutely sucks.
I did see the Patrick Mahomes stuff, and I was like, Kaley.
Robin, when I say this, absolutely sucks.
He had the flu, right?
Yes.
Okay.
But I was like, he's still going to put up solid numbers. Like, she never sucks, you know? Oh, no.
5 points or something?
I think he got a third of what he was projected for me.
That's tough.
A third.
That's tough.
I was like, really, Patty Pie? This is what we're working with here?
How much did you lose by?
I think it was like, I have a high scoring league compared to yours. So like when you say 4 or 5, it's really like 18 to 20 for me.
Right.
So I think I lost by 18 points.
Okay.
So 4 or 5 probably in your league.
Yeah.
We score a little higher.
Sorry if you can hear the dog barking.
It is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, I lost. Patty Pie killed me. So that was rough. But
Sorry.
I'm struggling, Robin. I think I said this last week. Having all those hurt running backs it's taking its toll.
Yeah, they need to get healthy.
Yeah, it's really hard for me to stay on top when I'm going to backups now. Like if I had my first team, this wouldn't even be a discussion.
Yeah.
I'd be whooping some butt.
Or people having these illnesses and then all of a sudden on Saturday they go to questionable.
Yes.
And then you decide not to play them because you don't want to wait till Monday.
Yes.
I'm looking at you, Amon Ross St. Brown.
Uh-huh.
Luckily it didn't matter, but he went back, playing healthy fine on Monday.
Yeah.
So I couldn't risk that.
Right.
So
yeah.
it worked out.
This season's kind of been a wreck.
Yeah. This is a killer bye week for me.
Is it?
Yeah, I'm going to have to drop some people that I don't want to drop, but that's the way it is.
Got to do it.
It's the nature of the game.
I made some moves because why not shake it up at this point? I'm just trying to find anything that'll stick. Mm-hmm. So I picked up a new tight end. I got Kyle Pitts. I got a new defense.
I'm going to have to pick up a tight end. Ingram's on a bye.
There you go.
And I dropped my backup.
You can take a look.
Okay.
I got Kyle Pitts. I got a new defense that's playing against the Giants because the Giants suck. And I said that last week. I'm making the same move this week with a different defense.
Just follow the Giants.
I'm like, oh, you play the Giants? You're my pick. Thanks, guys.
Love that.
And then I picked up someone else. But he's not. I think he's on bye. Calvin Ridley.
Oh.
But he's on bye. So I picked him up as like a good option to have when he's not on bye.
Nice.
Because, again, I got to shake things up. So
all right.
I'm in third. I'm tied for third. So it's not like
I didn't check my standings, but hopefully still up there.
I got to turn it around. I was doing so well. And then it's just taking a toll. It's taking a downhill slope. But
all right. Well, we'll see next week if we're going back up.
Fingers crossed.
All right. Next up, we have our Rex. No, we don't.
No, we don't.
Next up, we have a fun segment.
Yes. What are we doing, Robin?
We have a very special guest.
Yes, we do.
Our friend Meredith is joining us to do what?
To draft 1989 Taylor's version.
Mm-hmm. So the songs off of 1989 Taylor's version, including the vault songs. Mm-hmm. Are we doing deluxe edition, Kendrick Lamar version of Bad Blood? Okay, good.
Let's do it.
All right. So we will be drafting those. Much like we're just talking about fantasy, we're going to do our draft. If you haven't listened to it, the vault songs are amazing. We'll get into it.
So good.
I have a record that I'll bring out. I haven't opened it yet. I got the yellow version.
So fancy.
So yeah, let's take it over to our fun segment.
Let's do it.
All right. Well, we are here with Meredith to talk about 1989 Taylor's version.
Hello. Happy to be here.
Yeah, you got your t-shirt on, your bracelets.
We all got our t-shirts on. All of us got our little bracelets.
Yours are authentic. Tell us about them.
Mine are not.
Yes, Amazon version over here. Mine are authentic, handmade by my dear friend Catherine. She made all of us. I went with 3 of my good friends, and she made all of us each album a bracelet.
Oh, nice.
So you can imagine the labor of love that went into that. But
the labor of my wallet went into these.
Exactly.
These are a mixture. Some made from my kids and some were donated for this occasion.
Yeah.
And you have another bracelet on?
I do have another bracelet on. This is my my light. Well, I don't know. This is not necessarily my ticket in, but she had like a light show.
I forgot mine, but I have one as well at home.
So
I have a movie ticket.
Poor Robin didn't get to experience the Eras Tour live.
Yeah. Well, you did.
I did. I was at the infamous Nashville show, the first rain show of the tour, I might add. So very special, very cold, 3-hour rain delay, true bonding experience.
But was it worth it?
100%.
Did y'all just like
There you go.
sing songs? Did people just start singing?
It was really cute. So everyone had to hunker down in the concourse area because there was lightning. So just imagine every single person at the show crowded on like the first floor, basically.
Oh my gosh.
I saw on TikTok that
Anxiety.
people were complaining about like people passing out. We saw none of that where we were at. Everyone was really happy. Yeah, everyone was really happy. Everyone was singing the songs. Taylor noticed. She tweeted about it. So
I saw that.
that kept us going, you know.
Awesome. Okay. Well, I'm jealous. Even with the rain.
Sorry, Robin.
It's okay. I just wanted to pull this out real quick.
Oh.
Well, I'm jealous of this.
I'm jealous as well.
This is the Sunrise Boulevard Yellow edition of the album. Feel how heavy that is.
Oh, this is, yellow's my favorite color.
I want to open it, but I don't want to open it. It's not like I'm going to sell it one day, but
I have the Speak Now one, and I definitely opened it and have listened to it multiple times.
Oh, wow.
yeah, I got my record player out. It's over there. I figured maybe we could listen.
Yes, for those of y'all listening, there is the very fancy vinyl of 1989 Taylor's version up in here.
Yep. So what did we think, ladies? Without talking about songs, what did we think?
Go ahead, y'all.
This is one of my favorite albums, and it was really special to listen to twice. I did notice some subtle differences.
Very subtle.
Totally.
I almost feel like she kind of went down an octave a little bit.
Yeah, as you get older, your voice does lower.
I think so too.
And her
She
voice
hit a lot more of like the punchy moments, more punchy, which I liked.
Yes. But also her voice is just so much more crisp as she's gotten older.
Yeah.
And so I feel like that really shone through in a lot of her songs.
Yeah, it felt very produced to me, not in a bad way, just a lot more polished.
Polish is a good word. Yeah.
I will say too, I mean, I love 1989. I wouldn't say it's my favorite of all time album, but I will say it re-releasing like this and me listening, I had forgotten how much I really do like it though.
Yeah.
Like it's not my favorite, but I listened, I was like, dang, this is a really good one. It's up there. It's
up there for me. This is my favorite of the more nostalgic category, I would say, because this is my first I'm a Taylor fan album.
Yeah.
And I remember exactly what I was doing, working out in Betty's boot camp, aka my friend Betty's garage. No, that was more Red, I feel like. Red's before this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Red was my first one. And this was like, this was
solidified. I think, like 2014-ish.
Yeah. This was like, okay, I like Red. I was surprised by it. And then this was like, nope, Taylor Swift fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I've been an OG since debut. So
you're the OG.
I am, I have a soft spot for the old ones. So my favorite is Speak Now.
Okay.
Just because nostalgia, I was in high school. It hit me and it feels
you were going
me and all my
with her.
Yes, me and all my friends wrote songs, changed up the lyrics based on our lives. Oh,
yeah.
So that's my favorite. But 1989 is up there as like maybe 2 or 3 for me.
Yeah.
I think this was one of the first albums where I was like, I like every single song and would just listen to it all the way through.
Yeah,
like
that's
on
a good
long
point.
drives. It's just every single one hits.
Until it got old and then you started skipping Welcome to New York, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the case with any first track on any album though.
It's a good opener though.
Yeah.
Like it has a really good...
It's upbeat.
It's upbeat, yeah. Little cheesy, but we love it.
Yeah, we love the cheese.
Yeah, all for the cheese.
Yeah. So you said it's one of your favorites. What's another?
I think my other favorite is Midnights.
Yeah.
Another one where all of the songs have just a really, I don't know, I can relate to them.
Yeah. The only song on Midnights that I will skip is the Snow on the Beach, the original version, I guess.
Did you hear the new one though?
No.
With more Lana Del Rey?
No.
It like literally says that in the title.
Because I knew they came out with it, but I guess I just never...
Because you couldn't hear her in the first one.
I know.
I won't get into the whole story, but Folklore is up there for me just because of the circumstances, the emotion of when it came out, the exact state I was in. I'm not going to go back and re-listen to the entirety of Folklore, but there's certain songs on it that I absolutely love. And in the moment when it came out, it was a gloomy day. I was crying. I said I wasn't going to say the whole story.
Yeah. She sang the whole story.
But then when the Long Pond sessions came out on Apple TV, that was another like perfect circumstance for me to watch it from start to finish, cry.
Yeah.
So it just has a special place in my heart. So those would be my top 3, I think. But
Yeah. Folklore is not in my top.
Yeah. I was, it was hard, I will say, during the show. We'd been there for so long. By this point, it was probably like 1 a.m. when we got to folklore.
I again say, bless your soul.
Yeah, and
Mary.
I thought they were great seats, but they were like in the very top section, exposed to the elements, just like drenched. And we were like, okay, kind of ready for folklore to be over.
Yeah, she played a lot of folklore, and I will say, when I went and saw it in the movie theater with my daughter, I was disappointed in the selection that she chose for folklore. She didn't play Cardigan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How are you not playing Cardigan?
She played a lot of the songs that if I do skip, I skip them.
Yeah.
And so I was just like, I was most excited for folklore because I've seen her in concert before. I've seen her perform most of the songs except for Folklore, Midnight, Evermore. I don't know, Evermore, whatever.
Yeah.
But folklore I was very excited about because that's just not a concert-y type album.
No.
So I was excited to see what she did with it. And then I was just like, really? Those are the songs?
Yeah.
You're not going to play Cardigan?
I'm telling you, Robin, when we were at the concert and she went into the folklore and the Evermore, the mood
Everybody sat down.
Yes, the mood dropped.
We'll take a little bit of a
I
breather
could see that.
here.
Now, I will
After
say my
Evermore-
sister yelled at me because I tried to sit down on Evermore, I think.
Yeah.
And my sister was like, absolutely not. And I was like, okay. So I stood back up, but
Movie theater vibes went way down. My daughter literally was like, I want to go home. And it was during like when Midnights had just started. And I was like, this is Midnights.
I know.
But we stuck through it. Okay. All right.
What was the other show that you went to of hers?
What did we end up saying it was? Was it Lover? Or was it 1989?
I thought you went to Lover.
Lover.
Yeah.
Lover.
I saw her at Minute Maid Stadium, Minute Maid Park in Houston, where the Astros play.
Yeah.
Nice.
Park?
Yeah.
Okay.
Correct.
That was fun. Okay, shall we do this draft?
Let's do it. Tell them how we're doing this thing.
Okay, so we're going to spin a wheel of our names to determine the order each round so that we're not doing a snake draft where it goes 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1, because that gives an unfair advantage to 1 and 3, we think, and 2 is just kind of always there in the middle. So we are going to spin a wheel. Kaley's going to spin a wheel, and every pick will be random, and we're not going to get mad at each other.
Oh,
Right,
I
staring
want to
at
make a note before we start that I think I'm going to be okay on a lot of my favorites because I have a very different taste, I feel like, than y'all.
Yes.
Now, I think y'all are going to be fighting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other day we were talking about favorite slow songs, and every single one that we said, we were like, no, that's mine. No, that's my favorite.
Yeah.
So this should be interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll still speak to you tomorrow, I promise, Meredith.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Deal.
Y'all ready for me to spin the wheel on the first
Spin
one?
it.
Okay. First pick is me. I swear it's not rigged. You got it.
Honor system.
Honor system. I hope you all trust me.
Also, for those of you who can't see us, we're drinking wine.
Yes. See, this is tough because my strategy changes a little bit based on what pick I got.
Totally.
Because again, I'm not worried about some of mine.
Okay.
So I'm going to go with a first pick of I Know Places.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
it jams.
Okay.
It jams for me. Like it's an upbeat one that just
It's a good one.
I've re-listened multiple times since it came out. So that would be my first pick. And that might be controversial, but it's my first pick.
It's a good first pick.
I think it's safe.
Okay.
Next.
Let me spin the wheel. Next pick is going to be Robin.
Yes. Wildest Dreams, baby.
Robin, I'm upset already.
I knew it. I knew it. I was going to be upset if you got it because I knew that was going to be yours. Was that your first pick?
That's my first pick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
The bridge.
Yep. That's probably my favorite Taylor Swift slow song. Like
Me too.
Ever.
It's like my favorite of hers.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have very mine. It's,
Wait, we didn't
it's definitely
establish it.
like in the middle of my stuff, so I'm probably good here.
Anytime I've ever told Kaley any of my, like we did this for all the albums a while back and she was just like, okay.
Yeah,
Every time.
Interesting.
it's yeah.
That's
Okay,
cute for you.
Yeah.
okay, Meredith, you're
Okay.
up.
I'm going to have to go with Out of the Woods then.
Wow,
That was my fourth pick. That's fine. Totally
it's
fine.
like my I don't know 10th pick.
That's one that I will never skip.
Okay, I do have a quick note on this one.
Yeah.
So in the original, I do feel like, so the very last bit of the song, the last 30 seconds, there's like some background humming, singing that's a little fainter in the new version. And it's a little sad to me. So,
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
Not that we don't love Taylor's version, but
no, still love it. But I just have to say, I have to really listen a little harder for it.
interesting.
But
Okay.
next
I
time you
wonder
listen
if
to
it was
that
like-
song, go to the very end, the last 30 seconds.
See, I would have never noticed that.
I would
because
love
it's
to
not
know
in
the
my top.
reason. I would love to know the reason.
Yeah,
There's got to be something personal
Yes.
about that she doesn't want that in there. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, next round.
Next round.
Robin, you're up first.
Oh gosh. Okay. this is going to be controversial, but I just can't not have this song, Shake It Off.
Wow.
I would love to hear more.
Yeah, please explain
That is my favorite with my kids jam out in the car song, or it's on Sing or Sing 2, one of the sings, the original one. It's just, I will never skip that song. I will jam out to that song. We have a little choreography. It was between that and another very popular single from this album. I have them on the same line on my draft, but when I really think about it, I cannot live without Shake It Off in my life. There you go.
That's a really strong statement.
Yeah.
It's a strong statement because it's towards the bottom of my list.
I figured it would be. That's also why I was like, let me just make sure to get
Good
this
thinking, Robin.
I feel like a lot of people who don't like Taylor Swift, which who doesn't, but there are those people.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a song that they reference.
And Blank Space.
Yes. But I think that song is just not really, it doesn't capture the essence of who she is. Mm-hmm. But I will say that again, it's crisper on this album, and I appreciate it a lot more.
Like, it just slaps.
It does.
But what people also probably who don't like her think about those two songs is that she's being serious.
Right.
Like she's being a parody of herself.
Right.
And
they just don't understand.
They don't get it. If you don't know, you don't know. You don't get it, you don't get it.
All right, y'all. We got to keep it rolling here.
Sorry.
Meredith, you've got the next pick.
Okay. I'm going to have to go with Style.
Ooh, that's a good one.
That is a good one.
Okay. I dig that. So I'm up. I'm going to go with Clean.
Good one.
Great one.
Guys, I absolutely love that song. It's one of those no skips for me. I don't know why. It's a low key one though. Like, it's not, I feel like most people wouldn't go, oh, Clean.
Yeah, it's like halfway down my list.
That's fine. I love it.
You know what it reminds me of? And if y'all don't get this reference, I will cut this part out. What is the song that's like, you're cool. Cuckoo. You know
that's No Doubt. Or Gwen Stefani.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Those songs remind me of each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
It reminds me of Hilary Duff's Come Clean.
Not
that they sound the same, but just the essence of them are the same.
I love that too. So it all makes sense.
essence.
Yeah.
All right. Next pick is going to be me again. Sorry, y'all. I'm going to go Bad Blood. Because
that's on
I was sneaky going to do that next too.
Because, again, I never skip. It gets me pumped up. If I need a little pump up Taylor, Bad Blood. And I love that she got Kendrick to redo it with her.
So we're going Kendrick version only. We're not doing original.
Yes.
Taylor's version.
With Kendrick. Because I love me some Kendrick too.
It's so good.
It's so good. And there's a part in his verse that is kind of a reference to, or it sounds like a line in his Backstreet Freestyle song.
Oh.
Which is so
I love
good.
that song too.
So good.
Speaking my language.
I don't know that I know that, but that's okay.
Okay. All right. Next one's Robin.
This Love.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Didn't hurt me at all, dear.
Good.
Hurt me here.
It makes me feel good inside.
All right, Mary, you're up.
What are we on? Number 3?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go Blank Space.
That's a tough loss for me. Mm-hmm. That's tough.
Arguably way more clever than Shake It Off, like verbally.
Yes.
Lyrics-wise, I mean, lyrically.
All right, Mary, you're up again.
I'm going to go Now That We Don't Talk, one of the newer ones.
I was wondering when they would happen.
That was next on my
obsessed.
Now that we don't.
With this.
So
Why is
good.
it not longer?
It is the shortest of them all.
It's like 2:36 or something.
Oh, it's way too short.
And it just like starts getting good like halfway through.
I'm not gonna lie, when I
So good.
heard it for the second time, 'cause the first time I was just processing.
Yeah.
Second time I was like, I feel like Meredith is gonna love this one.
Yeah.
The lyrics though they're just so relatable and like everyone's felt that way.
So relatable.
She paints such a good picture.
Yes.
It's so good.
She's such a good storyteller.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm up next.
I haven't gone to like that.
No, Robin, we're on the next round. I promise you, we're even.
That's true. I did this
keeping
live.
track.
Okay.
Calm down, Taylor.
Okay, you need to calm down.
You need to calm
We
down.
love Taylor.
Okay, mine is gonna be Is It Over Now?
Okay.
If we're opening the vault songs, I'm getting it now.
Okay.
I did really like that song.
That's my.
It's really good.
That's my favorite vault song. Now That We Don't Talk is number 2 for me, but Is It Over Now is my favorite, so
That's
I'm
my
getting
number
it.
2.
So Robin, now you're up.
Okay. I'm going to go with, man, I feel like y'all are doing vault. I need to go vault even though it wasn't next on my list.
You go with your gut.
I'm going to do All You Had to Do Was Stay.
That was my next one.
Sorry.
Y'all are just not even hurting my feelings in the slightest.
That one is so good.
So good.
Okay, I'm up next. I'm going to go with How You Get the Girl.
That's next.
Oh,
I love that song. It's another one for me that's a low key that
killing me.
I feel like, you know? Okay. Next up is going to be Robin.
Say Don't Go.
Dang it.
Fault. The first Fault. No, Slut's first.
Okay.
Like on the track list, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Meredith, you're up, dear. We are on number 5.
Number 5 is I Wish You Would.
That was not so bad. So funny.
Okay. Robin, you're up next.
I'm going to go... At this point, they're all kind of...
It's starting to get to the bottom.
Yeah, I'm going to go Slut.
Okay.
Words I never thought I'd say.
Yeah.
I'm going to go
I'm 37 years old,
Slut.
and I'm going to go Slut.
Okay. Meredith, you're up.
Suburban Legends.
Okay.
Their vault track. It's catchy.
Okay. I'm up. I'm going to go New Romantics.
Okay.
That's another kind of jam for me.
Yeah.
Upbeat. Gets me going.
Yeah.
That was second to last on mine.
Interesting. All right. Next up is Meredith.
You know, I think I'm going to do unpopular opinion and say Welcome to New York.
Have at it.
Oh, you're
I've been waiting for you.
okay. So
And that rounds out my
that's
7.
your 7.
That's my 7.
Okay.
All right, Robin, let me spin for the last pick here.
Okay.
Let's see.
I honestly don't care about either of these.
Oh, I have a strong opinion.
Oh,
So, about which one? All yours.
Wonderland.
That would be what I wanted, but that's fine. So I get You Are in Love
Okay.
as my 7th pick, which was, as you can see, the bottom of my list, the last song on my list. But I'll take it.
Maybe I'll trade you later.
That would be nice.
Okay. So, Kaley, read off your playlist.
Okay, so I Know Places, Clean, Bad Blood with Kendrick, Is It Over Now, How You Get the Girl, New Romantics, and You Are in Love. I feel, for me personally, I'm feeling strong about that list.
All right, Mary.
Okay. Out of the Woods, Style, Blank Space, Now That We Don't Talk, I Wish You Would, Suburban Legends, Welcome to New York.
That's really good.
Really good.
That's really good. Okay, mine is Wildest Dreams, This Love, Shake It Off, I Wish You Would, Wonderland. Is that all of them? 1, 2, 3.
Hey, how did
I skipped one.
You both have I Wish You Would.
What?
Meredith got it, not you, Robin.
What did I get? Oh, did I put the star by the wrong one?
Yeah.
Shoot, sorry. Wildest Dreams, This Love, Shake It Off, Say Don't Go, Wonderland, All You Gotta Do Is Stay. What am I missing?
Slut.
And Slut. Thank you. All right. Well, thanks for joining us for this, Meredith. Well,
Thanks for having me.
maybe have you back on for the next Taylor's version.
I mean, I'm not lying. I'm trying to draft, like, all the albums, if you're asking me.
That'd be fun.
Sign me up.
Yeah. Love it.
All right. To the next
Back over to us.
in different outfits. See you then.
Well, we're recording this before we do the fun segment, but I'm sure it was a lot of fun.
I can only imagine.
I can't believe you stole my pick.
I probably stole one of your picks at one point.
Probably.
You know what, Robin? We haven't done it yet, but I'm feeling really good about the draft picks that I
Okay.
picked, okay? I'm just throwing it out there.
I'm glad you feel that
I'm
way.
putting it out there.
Okay, so what is your rec?
My rec is soup.
Hot take. Unless it's gazpacho.
No. It's soup for soup season.
Yes.
I love me some soup.
Sing it,
I know
sister.
this is weird. I'm like laughing even saying this, but I love soup
I
season.
love soup. If you don't love soup, you're a psycho.
Yeah, I love soup. I
How
love
much more alliteration can I do?
How many times am I going to say soup this episode? But I love when it gets a little colder outside and you're like, oh yeah, it's soup season.
All right, should we rank soups right now? I mean, what's your favorite soup?
Let me think.
Tomato basil with a little
I love tomato basil
grilled
soup.
cheese.
I love tomato basil soup. I love baked potato soup.
I love a bisque.
I love the lobster bisque.
Any kind of bisque, really.
You're not really going to find a soup that let me ask you this. Is there any soup that you don't like? I don't have one.
One that's heavy onion. French onion soup I can't do.
Okay.
Onions and me, we don't get along.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I don't have one. I love all soups.
Do you like a heartier soup or like a more of a broth situation? Just depends on the vibe.
Depends on the vibe.
Yep.
Is it my full meal? Then it needs to be heartier.
Is ramen a soup?
I guess, but yeah.
It's got a broth. That's like, is a hot dog a sandwich?
That is not the same.
Is ramen a soup?
I think ramen's a soup, but when I say soup season, I guess I'm thinking of, you know. I made to celebrate soup season, I made a green chicken enchilada soup.
Yum.
And it was delish with some little tortilla chips,
That
a little
sounds
sprinkle
great.
of cheese on top. Ooh.
My mom makes she calls it white chili, but when she's entered it into chili competitions and won, people have revolted because it's more of a
get
chicken
mad about
tortilla soup.
The white chili.
That is my favorite soup.
It's good. It's
Hands
up there.
down. I can't believe it. Yeah. She makes it for the holidays. She's got all the accoutrement, all the different toppings, put a little sour cream on top, the tortilla chip crumbles.
That's pretty good.
I need her to make that ASAP for
My
me.
mom, I need to get this recipe. This is going to be the next one I make, maybe. My mom makes this like tomato. It's got like noodles and tomatoes and veggies in it. I love vegetables. And I love tomato based things, I guess.
I do too, but not tomatoes.
Interesting.
I know.
Oh, when I was a little kid, Robin, I was a little cherry tomato popping
I wish I liked them.
fiend. I'd just be, and then I would slice up a little tomato, salt, and pepper on it. Oh, what
I
a
wish
snack.
I liked it.
Okay, that's my Rex.
Okay, soup.
Make some soup, people.
Make some soup. Happy soup season to all who celebrate.
Or maybe watch the soup episode of Seinfeld.
There
if
you
don't
go.
like soup.
Last week
No
I talked
soup for
about
you.
chicken soup for the soul.
No soup for you. Okay.
No chicken soup for the soul for you.
Okay.
Okay. My rec is not very exciting. Not as exciting as soup.
I don't know
what
why.
is.
I didn't know I was going to get so excited about
What
soup.
is as exciting as soup? Not many things. It's a TV show.
Okay.
So, it is what it is. It's called Lessons in Chemistry. It's on Apple TV.
That's
You
why
don't
I
have
haven't
Apple
heard of it.
TV.
That is why I
Yeah.
haven't heard of it.
I keep trying to get her on that Ted Lasso train.
Girl, the amount of shows I watch.
I know, yeah, you don't need any more. It's got Brie Larson,
Ooh, I like her.
Captain America.
No.
Wasn't she the
Miss Marvel? Is that what she is?
Captain Marvel?
Captain Marvel, maybe?
Not the marvelous Mrs. Maisel.
No, I don't know.
I think she's Captain Marvel. Anyway,
beautiful.
She is fantastic in it. She's a great actress. She was also in that movie that won awards and had some controversy surrounding it. So she's been in so many different roles. Whenever I saw her in a Marvel or an action hero, superhero movie, I was like, wait, what? And then now this, she's a scientist in the 50s or early 60s when there was no respect for female scientists, women scientists. And
It's like a drama?
I think
Okay.
it has based off a true story vibes, but I think it's just based off of a book.
Got it.
But this is no spoiler, this is in all the trailers. She uses kind of that avenue of, I'm going to be a TV chef, like host a TV show about cooking.
Okay.
Because that's okay for a woman to do.
Right.
But using kind of the whatever it's called, the science of teaching to kind of teach women at
Gastronomy.
home about science. There we go.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So 4 episodes in, highly recommend.
Interesting.
Yeah. And I think that's all we have for this week.
Yeah.
Okay.
Y'all, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening.
Yes, please like and subscribe and comment and share it with your friends.
Yeah. YouTube, Instagram.
Share our stories on your
Apple
stories.
Podcasts. Yeah. Spotify.
And that's it.
Yeah.
We'll see you next week.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.